Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to today's Facebook Live. Okay, so today, just wanted to just start by just taking a nice deep breath and just feeling into you all. Hello, Jeanette. Hello. There has been lots of activity on the group. And as you come on, feel free to say hello. Feel free to just, say what's feeling alive for you. Many of you are in different parts of the world, so there's different things going on in those different parts. Some of you are in isolation. Some of you may not be. I know I'm here in BC and Canada, and we have an announcement at 3 o'clock, and I suspect some things will be shifting here for us. As it is for everyone, it's shifting daily. And so it's really about, as much as we can be, to be in the flow of things and to be making plans and making those choices, but also recognizing that there's a lot of moving parts going on. And I'm home with my daughter. So just 1 second. What, sweetie? You want a hug? Okay, I'm just on a live. I'll be there in a few minutes, okay? You can play with something else for now. Okay, I hear you. I'll be there to help in a minute, okay? Thank you. And that is what happens when we're working from home. That is my daughter, everyone. So the first thing I wanted to bring up is, wow, what a great feed. If any of you are looking for advice and tips on relationships, we put up a question, I believe it was yesterday, asking people what great advice they had for people. And I'm on my phone here because I wanted to sort of tap into that a little bit, because I thought there was a lot of great suggestions. There's 24 comments in there. Great to sort of scroll down, people asking themselves. I will do that. I know I'm having business meetings where she's literally been sitting on my lap the last few days and just making faces at everyone. So I think she's really my daughter. I'm speaking to Jeanette here. I'm thinking my daughter is really actually enjoying all of this. Things that people said, is like, what if, like, how could they make a problem or a challenge easier? It's happening in their relationships, be less goal oriented in their interactions with people and more enjoying them. That you can learn from people that are from you. Yes, Janice, we can learn from those younger than us. In fact, I think kids are like very wise beings, the super young. Practicing self-love, listening to your own needs, having boundaries, all of these kinds of things, beautiful. Choosing your words carefully, being in your heart, choosing kindness and compassion. How to know like how you want to be treated and move into relationships that treat you well. So important. Often I hear people thinking that when a relationship ends, that it's failing, like they've failed in some way. And you haven't failed. Let me tell you, there are skills that we can have to make relationships work better. And sometimes one of the greatest skills we can have too is learning when a relationship really is not honoring, it's not respectful, it's not going to become that way, and we need to walk away. Some of the other things, actually, I just want to tap into that for a moment, because I've had some things come up around that with some people. And I just want to say that if you're not in a place where you have to self-isolate right now and you suspect that the time may be coming, and you are, yes, Jeanette, staying true to yes. So if you are in a relationship right now and there is signs of abuse that are happening. And I think this is a really important topic. And I get that it's not the juiciest and funnest, but it is important. If you're in a relationship where there are signs of abuse and things are happening, I would invite you to consider finding an alternative place to stay if you're going to be going into isolation, because it's likely that those problems are going to get worse in isolation, not better. And so, make the choices that are honoring to you. Keep yourselves safe, please. And, just because everybody is in a state of panic doesn't mean we can't take care of ourselves and take things one step at a time and make sure we're good. What's some other advice that was on here? Some funny, interesting stuff, transparency, honesty, understanding that your partner is often mirroring things for you. Yes. To be kind. Jeanette, that was yours. Let's see. Communication, good communication skills. Yes. That's a very small way of talking about a much larger set of skills. Recognizing that everyone has their pain. Yeah, so true. And it may not be the same as your pain. So we really need to honor how we all have had our own experiences. Giving and respecting space. Yes. Oh my gosh. If you're in isolation with somebody right now, this is a huge thing, is to be able to give yourself space when you need it and give the other people space. And this may mean that you even just have an agreement in your house. We have a regular agreement in our house that there's a certain time of day for 1 hour where we all get alone time. And so we all have our specific areas, or there's outside if you want. And we all just get to honor that we each are doing something by ourselves and not with each other. And this allows us to reset. We can meditate, read, whatever we'd like. What's some more stuff on here that was really good? Being in our vulnerability, understanding that that's a doorway to more bliss and deeper connection. Being able to, surrender into pleasure and love. Having communication without judgment. Yes, that is a skill, isn't it? Honesty and transparency, communication coming up again. Yeah, patience, mirroring again. Lots of great things. And putting yourself first is not selfish. Yeah, so true. If you are not able to be in your fullness, you're not going to be able to provide that in your relationships either. And so sometimes the best thing we can do is to go take care of ourselves, even if it feels a little bit wrong. And I tell you this with the deepest empathy, because I was that person that was sort of consistently taking care of others first. And it took adrenal fatigue and a lot of other things to really cement into me that I needed to take care of myself first, so that I was a full cup for everybody else in my life. Beautiful. So as I'm watching some of the posts go forward, something that I'm going to be implementing today, which I think is going to be really fabulous, is in groups, we have the ability to put some tags and topics. And so I'm going to be putting in 5. One is going to be requesting support. The other is going to be requesting advice. So if you're in the group and you really need some support with something, maybe you're alone right now and you need someone to have a video chat with or a phone call with, or you need someone just to listen to you without judgment, or, it could really be anything. Then you can put a sort of hashtag requesting support in your comment, and then people will know that you are requesting support and will know to come and give it to you if they can. The next one is requesting advice. And so this is when you just want advice, you want tips. There's something going on, you're not too sure how to navigate it. Maybe you're totally triggered. Maybe you're feeling a little hopeless. Maybe you just got like a regular, issue going on in life like we all do, and you just want some advice on it. Then you would put hashtag requesting advice. Okay. If you're receiving advice and support, the advice and support that works for you, go ahead and take it, receive it. If somebody suggests something that's not really going to work for you, I would just pass on to the next one. just move on. I don't think there's, a lot of point to start getting into back and forth with people. Everyone's just really trying to support each other, and we all have different ways of supporting each other. And if we can just honor that we all do have differences and take what works for us and leave what doesn't, that would be fabulous. The next two are going to be giving support. So if you're someone that knows a lot about relationships, maybe you're even a professional in the industry, maybe you know nothing about relationships, but you're an excellent listener. Support could be really anything. It could be just something that you think you could give. It might be that you want to say prayers for people. It might be that you would like to just be a non-judgmental listener for people if that's what they need. It might be that you don't even know how you can help people, but you're willing to. So then you can tag yourself as giving support. Okay, maybe you have something specific that you'd like to give, and feel free to post about that. And then the other one is giving advice. So again, if there's some kind of advice that you're giving or that you want to give everyone, you can just hashtag it, giving advice. And the last one is going to be 30 days of gratitude. So it's a hashtag 30 days of gratitude. And what I would like to do is, for those that would like to start a challenge that will boost everyone's immune system and happiness. And so that's 30 days of gratitude. So a lot of the time when I have couples, I'll have them do this with each other. So each day for 30 days, they wake up, they basically plan at some point during the day to text somebody something they're grateful for. So I appreciate this about you. I'm thankful about this. It could be something sexy. It could just be that you think they're an amazing person. It could be, there's so many things that we can be grateful for about somebody else. And it really starts to get that running. And so you can give it, like I said, like text, or you can give it like in a note to the person, like in their little lunchbox. You could put it in the bathroom mirror. There's so many creative ways to tell someone that you're grateful for them. And they would also agree to do this back to you. And so for 30 days, it just really creates this really luscious, beautiful energy. And again, it could be totally platonic gratitude with someone. And it could be really sexy. There's like a huge spectrum that you could do it. And in fact, when I do it myself, I usually actually use the whole spectrum. So sometimes it's the sexy stuff, and sometimes it's, it's the really platonic stuff. Sometimes it's like, I just love when you, I don't know, make me a cup of tea. Like there's so many little things that we can be grateful for. And so I was thinking, if you have someone in life, I would love to know if you're going to take this challenge and do it. And you could just hashtag us 30 days of gratitude. And if you don't have anybody to do this with, or you just want to do it on a larger scale, what I'm thinking is that we can do it in the group. So in the group, we can put something that we're appreciative of. It could just be really anything. It could be like, there's beautiful sunshine out today. So, I'm super grateful for the sunshine today. And then people could even respond to your gratitude and say, I'm really thankful that, you're mentioning the sun today. That really made me think about going outside, or something like that. So just playing around with that idea in the group to keep us all feeling fun and fabulous and lovely. The last little thing that I wanted to touch on, because there's lots of posts about it, are those of you that are single and some ideas for you. So if you're self-isolating, it's going to be really hard to get out and date. Also, even if you're not in a place that's isolating, a lot of people just don't feel comfortable dating right now. They don't feel comfortable shaking hands. They don't feel comfortable having hugs. They don't feel comfortable meeting in public places. So it's definitely making the dating scene a little bit different. And so, hello, Glory. Hi. What I would recommend, and I heard it works great, if a few people that have tried it, is video dating. So this could be interesting and creative, and ask somebody, if they want to have a video date, there's Skype, there's Zoom, there's FaceTime, there's so many options, but get like real and in person on the computer. I know that so many people are, moving towards more texting and stuff, but we need connection with each other. And of course, dating is about connection, and it's about, making that new bond with someone and sharing ideas and experiencing them and experiencing yourself through them and all of that fun, juicy stuff. So video dating, try it. Let us know how it goes. Is it great? Is it terrible? Is it, something that you're just so happy that you can do? Or do you prefer just to take this time to be alone and you're in your own space? And that's totally okay too. I know personally in my life, like people have been asking me, like, what are you going to do self-isolating for all this time? And I'm like, well, I'm going to really enjoy myself because I have a nice big backyard and I get lots of sun. And I'm just constantly connecting with people all the time. And I still get to do that on video. But basically, I get to kind of have, a lot of like kind of deep centered me time too, which is really lovely. And I get that time with my daughter as well. So, we all have different feelings about isolation and about being alone and what feels lonely to us and what doesn't. And so we can just really honor that as well. Okay. I had made a note about the abuse thing. We've checked that off. Oh yeah, the last thing. Okay. I don't know where everybody's from. Feel free to tell us where you're from on your posts so we all know. But if it is sunshiny outside, like it is here, get outside. Whether it's like opening your windows and letting the sun in, whether it's getting on your deck or backyard if you can, I implore you, if you're isolating, to enjoy the sun. Definitely get out there. Let yourself be filled up with vitamin D. It's so nourishing. It's revitalizing. Nature is fabulous when you're feeling stressed or any kind of anxiety. And I've heard from a lot of people that they are. If you can get out into a backyard, if you're not being isolated in an apartment building, and you can put your feet on some dirt and some grass and do some grounding with your energy, that is so beautiful, so beautiful. And again, if anybody is wanting to connect within the group, and I know there's already been a post or two like that, feel free to post like, hey, starting a Zoom for everybody that wants to watch this movie tonight, or whatever it is. And again, you can tag it with these 4 tags. I'll be putting up little posts with it. These 4 tags, which is requesting support, requesting advice, giving support, giving advice, and 30 days of gratitude if you'd like to do that. Okay, beautiful people. Sending so much love to you. I am back to tend to my daughter and to hopefully get some things posted up for you guys today. And I'm going to be planning a private Zoom as well for those of you that would like some laser coaching, that are having some specific things that you would like to bring up. And have lovely, 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 lovely Thursday. Okay? Much love to you all.